cancer. It is the one word you never want to hear in relation to yourself. Indeed, when you do, it is almost surreal. But when you hear it being discussed by a physician in relation to your child, it is devastating. From the time that Elana was first diagnosed, throughout her long journey from extensive surgery, through recovery, and then innovative but difficult chemotherapy, we all took our lead from her, and she was so easy to follow. Elana has remained upbeat and optimistic throughout. Her sense of humor has persevered and was witnessed even during chemotherapy sessions when we were relegated to isolated corners or a private room because we were so loud. She greets people with a smile and has the amazing capacity to put everyone at ease when talking with her about the disease. She has always been a very focused person. Now, she has turned that focus onto fighting ovarian cancer. It has become her mission to speak about it and educate the public in hopes of saving lives and raising much needed funds for research and, God willing, development of an early detection test. She is an accomplished lawyer, a tireless volunteer, a loyal friend, a loving sister, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, aunt, wife, mother, and she is our daughter, and my husband and I are so very proud of her. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Elana Waldman.
I still started crying. Okay. People don't know a lot about ovarian cancer. And why is that? It is the leading cause of death among all gynecological cancers. It is the fourth leading cause of cancer deaths for women generally. Why isn't more known about it? Plainly, because there are not enough survivors to speak of. 70% of women die within 5 years of diagnosis. That number climbs further when determining mortality within 10 years. I was diagnosed on August 19, 2005. Time is running. On September 23, 2005, after extensive surgery, I was told that the cancer was stage 3C, despite my doctor's earlier belief that it was not advanced. The diagnosis meant that I needed chemotherapy and only had a 30% chance of surviving 5 years from that point. At 32 years old, while trying to build my family and with a 2-year-old daughter, the news was devastating. When I was told the statistics, though, I guess I couldn't wrap my head around them because I never thought that I would die. No one that I knew had ever died from cancer. My own mother had fought and beat the disease, not once, but twice. I knew I had a tough road ahead of me, but I always focused on the light at the end of the tunnel and just did whatever I had to do to get better. It was hard, but many others had done it before me, and I knew that I could and would have to do it for my family. So when Sharon London-List and Carol Zucker asked to meet with me a few months ago, I thought they were going to ask if I could speak for ICRF. I've spoken several times about ovarian cancer and believe that education and awareness are crucial. When they asked me to be an honoree for this luncheon, I was shocked and humbled. To be honest, my first instinct was to decline. I have not done anything that, unfortunately, thousands of other women have not done as well. I did not and do not feel worthy of the honor presented today, especially given the other honorees and their accomplishments. However, a good friend of mine reminded me that this was an opportunity to educate and raise awareness about a silent cancer, the cancer that whispers. So here is some information that I would like to share. 70% of women diagnosed with ovarian cancer die within 5 years of diagnosis. There are 2,500 new cases of ovarian cancer diagnosed and 1,500 deaths each year in Canada. Women in the general population have a 1.5% chance of developing ovarian cancer within their lifetime. However, it is estimated that 2.5% of Ashkenazi Jewish women carry a genetic mutation that increases their risk from 1.5% to 40%. These numbers mean that 1 in 40 Ashkenazi Jewish women are likely to have a BRCA mutation that increases their risk of ovarian cancer 20 times. I have that gene. In this room, that number means that at least 15 women are likely to have that mutation. 70% of ovarian cancers are only diagnosed once they are late stage, and this is the reason for the high mortality rates. The symptoms of ovarian cancer include bloating, gas, changes in bowel movements, weight gain, back pain, fatigue, frequent urination, and indigestion. These are symptoms that we all too easily dismiss or ignore as stemming from other causes. This is further complicated by the fact that we do not have a test for early diagnosis. The current test can only detect the cancer once it is advanced, and often after it has metastasized and become fatal. A pap smear cannot detect ovarian cancer. The lack of awareness and diagnosis ensure that the statistics will not improve. Funding is necessary to heighten awareness of the symptoms and to further research to develop a test for early diagnosis. My treatment involved a new protocol of chemotherapy, which is the current standard for first-line treatment for ovarian cancer. I was the first person in Canada to receive this treatment, and I am lucky. Its development was funded by donations for research and clinical trials. These donations, your donations, are crucial to getting better treatments and early diagnosis. ICRF is at the forefront of funding research for new and better treatments. By focusing on the molecular and cellular makeup of particular cancer genes, they assist in the development of treatments that can specifically target the disease. The development of Gleevec is one example. A new form of drug that tries to prevent tumor growth by blocking blood flow to the tumor is another example. It is the latter drug that I am now trying. My cancer has returned. When I was told this time, the news hit me like a Mack truck. The numbers for a recurrence are even worse than for an original diagnosis. My chances for survival are small. I understood the numbers this time and the implications for my family. The diagnosis shook me to my core and I had a huge reality check. I have cancer, a potentially fatal disease. This is not something that regular medication can treat, and I am now literally fighting for my life every day. I have given up my career to focus on my health and my family. I want to enjoy as much time as I have while I'm strong and healthy. I want to be a spokesperson for ovarian cancer for as long as I can. But more importantly, I want to see, my daughter grow up, and I want to grow old with my husband. These simple goals in life that I have now set for myself are in jeopardy, so I have truly learned to enjoy all the everyday miracles that I do have. My daughter's smile, my husband's kiss, my mother's laugh. I am more than this disease, and I do not want to let it take away everything else that makes me the person that I am. I'm asking you to help me to continue these miracles. Your donations and your generosity allow our scientists to do cutting-edge research, which will hopefully lead to a cure. Your support for ICRF directly benefits people who are battling cancer. And on all our behalves, I say